Okay, the little red dot is up. Are we streaming? Are we live? Okay, I can kind of see myself. Let's go into the stream manager. There we go. Yep, we are live. Greetings, one and all. It is I, Sir Hoshicat, purveyor of perfect plays, back with a sudden Dark Souls fun run. I just had a hankering to play Souls on stream. We hadn't done it yet. It sort of didn't feel right not to have done it. We're just going to start a new run. So let's get into the game, make sure stuff moves around. I think sound levels are probably good. Hello, Weep Thief. Good morning to you too, sir. It's about noon here. Oh yeah, which is a few hours back for you. Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, sorry for the short notice. Good to see you here. Not that I ever, please don't feel any pressure to show up or anything. Especially if I do this kind of thing sudden. But anyway, good to see you, man. Okay, we're gonna do a new game. What the hell should I call myself? I've already used like all the names. Hoshi of Cat. I am Sir Hoshi of Cat. Let's go with that. We are male. We are going to be a knight. We are going to take the master key so we can do what we want to do. I always go with slim because it just looks a little more human than normal. That is not a good face. That is a better face. And should we go with the traditional swept back or the ponytail? Either way, we're gonna look awful and undead at some point. It just looks. Oh god, they all look silly. Okay, we're gonna go with the classic swept back because it's classic. Color, black hair, that's everything. Let's get into the game. I'm gonna play the intro because I haven't played it in forever. Although I might have chat a bit during it.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
Really doesn't seem like a very nice golden age, but
then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold. Life and death. And of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame.
boss roll.
Nito, the first of the dead.
I usually go for him last, honestly. Well, sometimes not.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
So easily forgotten that he doesn't show up till the DLC.
With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease.
Which does not work very well on dragons.
Thief, the scaleless, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
Which seems like it should be better for us,
soon
but,
the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
like, DS1, you never really get the sense that things were very nice for anybody at any point. Whereas, like, Demon Souls, you get the sense that the Kingdom of Boletaria was, like, a pretty cool place before they started messing with the Solars. Here, it
Yes,
seems like
indeed.
unpleasant
The
whole way
dark
back.
sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
Seems like you'd have an easier time just burning them or something. It seems like a
This
tremendous
is your
expenditure of
fate.
resources for very little benefit. That mouse has a mohawk. It totally, totally does. Alright. And that's our buddy, the soon-to-be-dead guy, doing us a solid. Now, I know this game's been out for ages, and a lot of you guys have probably seen it, obviously, but, you know, I'm gonna keep commentating as though... I don't know. This is a chill run. This is just for funsies, so we'll see where it goes. I do think... I was thinking about it. Oh yeah, oh no, I've been playing Warframe and I'm going to try to reload all the time, and that's going to be an issue. Shield backdash time. I mean, you do that, except it's just on its own. That's what I was looking for in Lunacid, was a button that just did this, because that would have been useful. But anyway, alright, let's get to our fast roll. There's no point really attacking these guys. Let's just get through the asylum as quickly as possible. I'm not going to try to kill the first demon with my broken sword haft here, because it takes... I believe it does 2 damage on a light attack and 3 damage on a hard attack. Whereas once I actually pick up my sword, it's going to be like 72. Which is a lot more reasonable. So unless we want to spend literally 10 minutes in here with no healing and a couple mistakes meaning our death, we say hello. Hello, we say goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. This bonfire... Now, I like to start as the warrior for 2 reasons. Wait, I started as the wrong class. Oh no. Okay, that's okay. Okay, I like to start as the other one that starts with a longsword and the heater shield. Both of them have 100% shield, so that's fine. But this is absolutely not who I meant to be. That's okay. But it means I'm not going to get my longsword. Now, I really like longswords. Will you? You're supposed to run away. You're literally supposed to run away. And let me get to my weapon. I have never had this happen before. And now he's running the wrong way. Wow, okay, that's... You know, you play a game like 3 dozen times. Yeah, I think I did Knight and I meant to do Warrior. I was just moving through stuff too fast. So that's okay, it's just the broadsword doesn't have a moveset I like as much. The longsword has a stab, when you do the R2 instead of this slashy thing that I'm doing, and the stab is really good for narrow corridors, but that's okay. Because what I have decided to do... Oh, we're fat rolling now. Alright, gloves. There we go. That's not fat roll, actually, it's mid roll. They must have been a different class. Thought he could take you. Yeah, this is my first time coming through as this class, so he was like, "Oh, you're not in your element." But anyway, I just like longswords. That's all. However, because I named us Praise the Sun as a stream, I was thinking I should like to get the Praise the Sun.
Oh, you're no hollow. Thank goodness.
I mean,
I'm done for.
I look pretty hollow, but no.
I sin, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you?
I still don't get why, like, only we can die over and over again with losing our sanity, whereas this guy dies for the first time, and, like, just a few minutes ago, he seemed fine dropping his key in our cell, but... Anyway.
Regrettably,
I have failed in my mission.
But perhaps you can keep the torch lit.
He doesn't actually tell us what his mission is.
My founder, thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of
He sort of gives us gnomic hints about where the quest can be found.
fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh,
Alright, we have healing now. And we have the key out.
hate to harm you after death. And thank you.
I would hate to harm you after death, too. We have to reload the area for him to be dangerous. But yeah, as I was going to say before I started talking to that guy, I think I'm going to do a faith build. I never do faith builds, and to get Praise the Sun, you kind of have to do a faith build. Because the Warriors of Sunlight is like a minimum 25 faith to join. So we'll do that, and we'll use a storage straight sword as soon as we can. Meta sanity, not your character, but you in real life. I mean, you do die over and over again and start to lose. It's interesting. Like Dark Souls, I found to be a lot easier after Demon Souls. Demon Souls is the one where it absolutely wrecked my shit over and over and over again. Excuse my language. Repeatedly. And I just, it like trained me back up. I had basically stopped. See, I expect to be able to stab you, and I can't. Alright, I've handicapped myself with a broadsword. That happens. There we go. You sometimes drop a longsword. Would you be nice and drop a longsword for me? Because that would be favorite. I didn't get the riposte for some reason. I got the parry. There we go. I'm not the best parrier in the universe. No? No. Alright, well. Sometimes he gives you a free longsword. I would have appreciated that. Alright. See, it's just so much faster taking him out this way. You can sort of get, like, I'm the greatest points for taking him out early, but... Man, the broadsword actually is doing less damage than the longsword does one-handed at this point. Ow. That was sloppy. Paying too much attention to my lame sword. I'm gonna roll back and heal. Oh. No, thank you. 1, 2, 3. 3. How many slices does it take to get to the death of an asylum demon? Do they even sell Tootsie Rolls anymore? Probably dating myself rather hard. Okay, well, this is Another classic example of when you're streaming, you're not paying attention correctly, because I've already started with the wrong class. Alright. Giant bird. I summon thee. Bring me forth.
In the ancient legends, it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Meow. Meow.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
So, I mean, I guess the guy
to
does
the
kind of
land
give us a
the
mission.
ancient lords.
It's just a very nebulous mission. It's like, my mission is to leave and go find out what my mission really is by ringing a bell. Alright, well that's our mission too right now. Now I hope I took the master key, because if I didn't take the master key, then we're a bit out of luck on what I want to do. I can deal with no longsword. In fact, I know where to buy one, like very, very shortly if I want to. Thank you, giant scary bird. I'll see you soon to go back and kill Asylum Demon Mark II. Okay, we're not going to level anything yet. We are going to use this... Go away. We are going to use this bonfire just to tie us here. We're ignoring the Crestfallen Knight because he's kind of sad and makes me sad, and I don't want to be sad right now. I am going to need you at some point. And he's like, stay away from me. And I'm like, no. I want to pick your brains about miracles. Okay, I guess I am going to skip a lot of dialogue. Sorry, guys. I've done this so many times, it's just automatic.
Now let me share. Only
We have joined the Way of White, apparently. Let's learn your gesture. Shrug. Alright, we are totally going to want Homeward at some point, which lets us teleport back. But we're going to buy it from Rhea later, because it's way, way, way cheaper. Unlike DS2 or 3, there's no unlimited Homeward Bone item. So you have to buy Homeward if you want that kind of thing. However, there are a bunch of cool things right here that we can grab. So that's 6 Homeward Bones. We're going to make use of those almost right away. It's a Morning Star and a Talisman. That's how we're going to start casting miracles. And that's a Cracked Red Eye Orb. Now, I would know my stats better if I... Hold on. What are my stats? My faith is slightly better than it would be if I had taken the Warrior. So that's good. Alright, we're going to make a beeline for a Stora's Straight Sword, which is a Holy Sword. We are going to avoid all these skeletons, because there's really no point in fighting them right now. Hello, Birdo. We're just gonna... Excuse me. Okay. And... hop. Actually, while we're here, we should grab a couple other things. We should grab this. Just bits of humanity, and then I think I have to go back up here for... the fire bombs. Yeah. So, Dark Souls is arguably the game I know best. Arguably. There's a case to be made for Demon Souls as well. Rest, leave. Okay, I want to install the Homeward Bone here. Let's be off with us. So the first thing we're going to do is go for the Firekeeper Soul down in New Londo. We're going to do that the sneaky way, where we just run past all the enemies, grab it, and teleport back out. And then we're going to go back down and we're going to do the back run through the Valley of the Drakes, the Basin, up through the Undead Parish. We might make a detour for the Elite Knight set, because it has the helmet I like the best, so I don't have to look at my grisly face when I'm dead. And then we loop around past the Bell Gargoyles, open up the shortcut to Firelink Shrine, That's an S stuck. I don't really care about that right now. Shortcut to Firelink Shrine, and then we go and we take out... Oh, actually, we may or may not ignore Lotric. We may or may not. Often I will go do a little side jaunt to get the key I need to free him to do things in proper order before I actually do the gargoyles. But we'll just see how we feel. And we'll see what Astora's sword requires of us. Okay, there we go. And get me out of here, please. Splendid. That went exactly as intended. Except for the part where I got hit by a ghost. Hey, lady. Can you please give me better healing? Alright. There's also, of course, the blacksmith. Oh, I forgot to send this back up. Oh well. There's also a blacksmith down here, but because I'm not doing magic this run, I'm just sort of ignoring him. He is the magical blacksmith. I like that about DS1, that you had different blacksmiths who would accept different embers and do different upgrade paths. Although when you're first learning the game, it can get a little maddening. You don't really know where you're going or what you're doing. Okay, back around, up this way. Did I take the master key? I totally took the master key. Excellent. Welcome to the Valley of the Drakes, where we really shouldn't be yet, and everything can completely murder me in a hit or two. We are going to anger the biggest thing here, because we want the sword he has. We'll come back for the shield later. If we try to get both, we will definitely die. If we try to get one, we may die, but both will certainly kill us. Okay. Observe! Yeah, we died. That's okay, we'll come back. There's a relatively safe way past him even once he's awake, but now we have the sword. Now we might not get our souls back, we might. Astora's straight sword. We have everything, but we need 14 faith. So we'll be able to use this from the end of this run. We will have more than enough souls to do that at the end of this run. So we will start with the Astora's sword. Yeah, straight sword. And we will proceed through faith scaling and get to where we can join the Warriors of Sunlight, and then we will praise the sun. That is the real goal for the end of this stream, probably. I don't know if we got quite to that point. The goal is to be able to praise the sun. And maybe have some jelly cooperation with Solaire. We will definitely meet Solaire by the end of the stream. Yeah, I don't think I'll do like the super fast route I could do from here. So if you really want to push yourself, you can go straight for the gargoyles and straight down to Quelaag, and you can skip like everything in between. But that's a lot of the game you're skipping. If you're actually trying to speedrun, that's a different story. But that is not what we are doing today. I'm just trying to do a faith run. A sun run. A fun sun run, or a sun fun run. Okay, you're alive now. I'm not thrilled about this, but I knew what I was doing. Okay. So the game puts this neat little "so you woke up the dragon" thing here. Which is really nice, so you're not getting past. There. Alright. Back on track. See, normally I just skip Astora's sword and that dragon stays asleep. It's not a big deal. Oh, come on! And sometimes this guy hits you with lightning. I remember this happened the last time I tried to do this on stream, too. You know? You try to do something cool on stream. Let's sigh. So this is partly in aid of just getting back into the groove of regularly being on stream. The best runs off stream curse, yeah. Or just the worst runs on stream curse, but... regardless, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna send this back up. I keep forgetting to send this back up. But yeah, I have to get used to jumping on and off and just being ready to do this sort of at a moment's notice. Not at a moment's notice, but like, you know. Something I noticed about the last 3 streams, which were great, and I did reduce my stress every time. But was like, there was a lot of anticipatory build-up, and this time I kind of went like, okay, well, let's do a game I can just do very, very easily. I mean, not that it's clearly already killed me twice, but I mean, I know it really well. And just get used to hopping on. There we go. Wish I had, like, any kind of lightning protection, but I don't, obviously. Yeah, I just timed this terribly. Okay. Hello. Oh, come on! You're not supposed to actually tag me. Come on! Meow. I don't know why I'm having so much problems with this guy today. I really don't usually. Like I can do the whole Dark Souls series that way. Not DS2 as much, because DS2 is strange, and I just never liked it as much. But I can do DS1, DS3, I could do Demon Souls that way. Bloodborne would take... No, Bloodborne I could probably do in about the same period of time. Sekiro... Now beyond that... I'm trying to think. A lot of the stuff I could really whip through is stuff that I only have on sort of old-timey consoles. No. No, I still have the fast roll. I'm just getting tagged when I don't feel like I should be getting tagged, but oh well. I did this in prep last night with no problems. I did this whole run through just to do a sound test. And of course, as soon as I actually get on stream, I'm just getting tagged continuously. It's because I woke this dragon up. Put everyone on alert. Lasai. Okay. But yeah, like it's one of those questions where, like, you know, for instance, I could do probably most Zeldas and most Metroids very, very rapidly. Several of the Castlevanias. Oh, good. That's where my souls are now. That's splendid. No! See, you're just supposed to... I just wasn't timing it right. No! Guy? I'm getting... His tail is... Okay, there we go. Sigh. Should be good now. Well. It wouldn't be a stream. Wouldn't be one of my streams anyway if there wasn't a comedy of errors. There. First time every time, right? Right. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. Alright. Yeah, well, it's like his tail spins me, or his tail almost pushed me off the cliff. I'm really lucky. But his tail definitely, his hitbox, is a real thing. Okay, next thing about this run. We are going to fight this knight for a chance at the Black Knight Glaive. Often, if he drops it, I will do that as my primary for the run. Because it is such a great weapon. Although you have to get some stats up before you can use it. Obviously, it's very heavy and... No! Oh, bollocks. Alright. Come on. I would like to knock you off with a backstab. I don't really want to risk parrying you. Because that would probably be death. Uh-huh. I might do it. Is that going to do it? Hey, that did it. That speeds things up a lot. Nope, just got a blue chunk, which is fine, especially if I'm doing my intelligence build. The blue chunk is really nice. But I am not doing that build. We are doing a faith build. And in fact, given that we are doing a faith build, and that I only need a few points to get faith where I need it, I'm going to do a couple levels right now. And we're going to start using the Astor Sword. And I'm going to get my moveset back. And we're going to do a lot more damage. A lot more damage. Yep. Okay. So this is the sword we're going to use for a while. And that's the stabby move that I missed. We could go do Havel right now and get his ring for equip load. But the thing is that at this point in the game, one hit from Havel is death. And it takes about 35 hits. Well, it takes 35 hits with an unupgraded longsword to kill Havel. He's over there. Let's do one Havel. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Ça c'est la vie. And we'll move on. But we're right here, so we might as well. Getting that ring early is really, really nice. And we now have... this green glowy aura is basically stamina up. Hello! Just waiting to gank you out the door. So what you want to do with Havel, probably won't take 35 hits, but it's still going to take a long time, is just you dodge him and you stab him. If he backs up like that, he's about to run at you. If he does that jump back, it's he's priming to run. Otherwise, he's just going to swing. This is actually a dragon's tooth. He's just going to swing that at your head over and over and over. Stabby time, which will you kill for drops? This guy, basically. Now, I could also quick time it to a boss from here. I could do that. If we actually do this correctly. Once you clear Havel, you've got an open path to the Taurus Demon. I'm trying to think if there's any reason not to do that. I don't think I skip anything plot-related if I do that. I'll still have to go back to the Undead Merchant at some point to get a particular key. But I guess if I'm not doing magic, I don't have to do that key. Oh dear, that was almost flat in time. That was almost bad. Uh-oh, uh-oh. What you gonna do, Havel? We have broken the sequence. Now I have the fear. He has the fear too, man. He's like, who is this brat? I'm nearly dead. Yes, you are. Yes. Uh-oh. Okay. And we're back on track. Yes, that is Solaire. And he's after that boss, and then you don't actually, unfortunately, get the gesture from him. You get the ability to do multiplayer from him, but to get the gesture, I have to go to a particular statue, which is a little further on, and I have to have 25 faith. And I almost screwed up. Uh-oh. almost screwed up the timing on that one. It tends to take your selection off after you do a Havel stab too, so you gotta be careful about that. Okay, you're not backing me into this corner. I can wait. There we go. 2 more ought to do it. Let's try not to get squashed. Uh-huh. Oh, it might actually be 3 more. This is so fiddly, man. Come on, Havel. And... yeah, it's gonna be 1 more. Can I get you while you stand up? Yes, I can. Alright, I feel much better. Lightning Drake got me twice, or thrice, but I got Havel first try. And we got 3k for that. Now let's do this intended. Let's do this intended route. 64 damage at a time. Better than 3 damage at a time. But yeah, with the unupgraded basic longsword at this point, it's about 30 damage a pop, so it takes twice as long. And you only gotta make 1 mistake, and you are frelled. Speaking of, I will grab this, but then I may get hit by magic. Okay. Onwards! Let's go kill some giant trees and some crystal lizards, and get a short bow and some armor that is a little bit lighter. Oh, and let's equip Havel's Ring. That's the whole point. Havel's Ring is something I may wear for the rest of the game. It just depends. Depends what we end up doing. Okay. Here's where I get my free longbow, which I will probably use, although I'm going to have lightning this run, so I might not need to. And here's where I get some armor that I can actually put on that isn't too incredibly egregiously heavy. How we doing? Equip load. I think we can do that and still quick roll. Yup. We look a little weird, but I don't really care. Okay. Next, we go after the crystal lizard up here. And then I'm having a debate with myself. There you go. I think we will go get the... ooh, 2 Twinkling Titanite. That's good. That's upgrades for our straight sword, if I recall correctly. He doesn't always give you 2. Or does he? I know you don't always get 3 pieces total out of him. Anyway. Okay. Back on track. I'm going to kill this tree first. I do not have a lot of damage. Ow. And I take a lot of damage. All snazzy now. I kind of hate how this shirt looks, but we are at least, we're at least dressed for success, as they say. And we may get some anti-poison moss going this way. Okay. That bush is not a bush. That bush is a tree monster that's going to pop out and kill us. And this guy sometimes tries to hang back and get you to cross the threshold for that. But this time he was just like running up to hug us. We can definitely use this anti-poison stuff. Definitely. Very good to have. Man, that's much better. Last time I came through here, they were only dropping red moss clumps. I ended up with like 6 of them before I really started the game. This tends to be the way I start the game now, is doing the backways run, as I call it. Or the backways opener. Alright, we'll be back here with the Crest of Artorias later when we have 20,000 souls. We'll light it. I don't want to rest at it, because that has consequences. But I think lighting it is sufficient for our purposes at the moment. Okay, we are going for one thing in particular. We could go for the Moonlight Butterfly now too, but I think we'd probably die. All I really want here is this drop right here, and then we're gonna run. Run like a bastard. Okay. Uh-huh. Ow. Yep, see, that was very unfortunately timed. Okay. No, no thank you. I'm good. Yes. Alright. See, we are very squishy at the moment. We are not very hale. Are you still chasing me? Please stop. There is only sadness in this direction. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, clearly he doesn't have any tethering. I just want to get far enough away that I can heal properly. Are you finally tethering? Yeah, that's right. You know what? We're gonna fight now, because reasons. Can I just push you off? There we go. Be gone. And give me like a few, yeah, 100 souls. Weeb Thief, I think that fog wall is where I stopped playing after defeating the gargoyles like 9 years ago. Wow. Interesting. It's like the gargoyles are a ways... The gargoyles are like up here. There's this guy, of course. That is kind of a nasty area. And then one of the worst things about that area is it's a dead end area. Like, you get the upgraded Divine Ember at the end of it, which you can give to this guy.
Well, you must be a new arrival.
I must.
Train them if it requires fitting.
Alright. Can I reinforce this? Yes, I can. So we're going to use this. Because I never do faith builds, and they're fun. They're kind of difficult in some ways. I think that's it. That's a lot cheaper than usual. Normally I spend a bunch of money on Titanite there to upgrade my longsword, but this time we're doing something different. I'm so glad we took out Havel. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when did this game come out again? It's a long time ago now. Okay. I like this helmet. It makes me feel less, just less of a dork when I am undead, when I am all grisly and hollow. I don't really like looking at my face with my no eyes and my, like, infinite wrinkle percentage and all that stuff. Whereas this is very, very typical heroic helmet. Very hero's journey. Alright. Speaking of Hero's Journey, it's Sigmar! I love Sigmar.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought.
I would forgive you anything, Sigmar.
Katarina,
Yes, you are.
I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge.
You don't
No
say.
matter how long I wait. No, but I waited.
No,
So here I sit, quite comfortable.
don't worry, buddy.
My options, so to speak.
I'm going to do you a solid very shortly. So around the time when they put Dark Souls up for free if you had Xbox Live Gold on the 360. I vaguely remember them advertising that. I did have... Still closed. I did have this for the 360. Like, that's when I first got it. I had, like, the, oh, what do they call them? Like, the tin case. It's pretty cool, actually. I still got it somewhere. He is. He has, like, a slight echo to his helmet. I don't know. Siggy's cute. And then Sigvard from the third one is also cool. He's a nice homage. I don't know if it's a steel book, because it was actually like, if I recall it correctly, it was a real tin box. Like, it was a small box, but it was, whereas like, Halo 2 had a steel book. I've got that as well. But maybe you'd still call it steelbook. I don't know. Quite possibly. Okay. We're nearly done with our loop around run. We got a couple more things to grab. Very satisfying damage at this point. I will take this. This is good, strong start. Yeah, it was a really cool box. It's probably the coolest case I've ever gotten for a game. Just as the way it came. Alright, we have to fight this giant dude with a mace. Oh my goodness, wow, okay, well, when's the last time I did this build? There are so many advantages. Okay, well, the major advantage to the Faith build is that you can do the catacombs at any time and the skeletons won't revive. You don't have to go looking around for necromancers, you don't have to do any of that stuff, you just kill things and they stay dead, and that's really nice. But also, if you get those first 2 Twinkling Titanite from that lizard, this is a really early, strong upgrade path. Okay, gargoyles are up here. Like, up this staircase. So we activate the shortcut back to Firelink. I forgot how detailed this armor is. I got this cool little charm on my throat. Ah, Dark Souls. These games are always going to be classics. Always, always, always. Okay, I'm going to go sit at the bonfire just so that if I die, I don't respawn at the bottom of the forest. Darkroot Basin. Still haven't talked to him yet. Do I want to level anything else at this point? If I don't level intelligence, I can't talk to certain NPCs, so we'll do that once. And then we'll go faith. And we'll leave it at that. We need 10 more points in faith to get into that covenant. I think we can do 10 points of faith. What time is it? Yeah, we can probably do 10 points of faith today. Knock over a couple bosses, get there pretty quick. But alright, we're going to run back and around and get a couple other things. And then we're going to start doing the intended route. And just get to the first boss. He was not at all afraid to be killed in nasty ways. Brave, 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 brave Sahoshi. He was not at all afraid to be beaten to a pulp, or to have his Ellsworth broke, not brave Sahoshi. Okay, I mean, there's not being afraid, and then there's not being prudent. We don't have to go in that direction. We can go around the outside, which is much safer. Even if I have respawned everybody. On guard! I would taunt you in some way, but I don't have any appropriate gestures yet. Okay, Balder Knight. This is another good straight sword dropping enemy, if you like straight swords, and a do. Hello. Oh. Too slow. I am not letting you back me into your friend. Come on. Ah, he's coming anyway. It's too bad. Stop it. There. Okay. You know what? Oh. Darn it. Let's try that again. Stab. There we go. That's much better. Okay. We go this way. We get a particular key. There we go. We avoid all these shenanigans over there, although we will have to go for those shenanigans soon. There is a polearm here. Shield slice, yes. So, like, that's like one of those arm-mounted shields as opposed to hand-mounted shields, so I think that's like how he two-hands. So the advantage of having the shield up sort of like halfway up your your forearm, it's a little easier to break the bone if you take a hard hit on the shield, but you don't need your hand for it. It does make it a little awkward to position correctly in some circumstances, though. Okay, do we want to do this first, or do we want to go do things in order? Because we're right here. Part of me just wants to do this now. Okay, let's do this now. Let's see who follows us, first of all. Shouldn't be the boar, thankfully. That is a slow wind-up, buddy. Okay, just you? Just you. Excellent. Alright. He was not at all afraid to be killed in nasty ways. Hello? It's a trap. It's always a trap. It's Dark Souls. Okay, there we go. I think that's it for the sides at the moment. These two guys up here are next. Stab. Stab. See, I really like that R2 stab. It's incredibly useful. It's very versatile. It's very easy to time. It does a bunch of damage, and it has a lot more range than you'd expect. Mystery key. That's what we were looking for, by the way. That's it right there. We can free low trek on our way to the gargoyles. Good stuff. I'm going to grab this while I'm here, because why not? DS1, it still kind of looks like you're floating. Like, that looks like I should fall onto the beam, and it should really, really hurt the family jewels, and it doesn't. Instead, I just sort of plant my feet on thin air and assert dominance over gravity, which is, you know, pretty badass. Okay. Kick. Stab. I've already killed these guys. We're back. Okay. Let's go kill the Taurus demon, because it's good experience, and I'm not really trying to rush too bad. And I want to talk to Solaire. So I officially declare the backside run. Actually, I probably shouldn't call it the backside run. That has possibly negative connotation, but the back ways run complete. We're back, and we'll just progress now, and it'll be kind of... And this is probably hubris talking, but it should be relatively easy because we're now ridiculously overpowered for the zone. Soul of a Lost Undead. Alright. Yes, I'm back, and I don't have anything to say to you yet, so... Farewell, not suspicious priest at all, man. I don't think I have to talk to the Crestfallen, really. Faith, why not? Now, I should pump endurance too, but I really want to get the faith up to 25. Ordinarily, I become an endurance tank first. That's what I do. Out of order is now in order. $5.99 Canadian for one piece. Did I just miss something? Sorry, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Are you talking about, like, One Piece the show? Or One Piece of something? Oh boy. Hi. Like a product that's out of stock type of thing? think I see what you mean. Sorry, I suddenly started to ransack my memory, and I was like, was I just talking about the price of anything? I wonder how much Dark Souls does cost now. It's probably still like 20-something Canadian. There's really no point in doing this, but, you know, why not? Okay. Fair enough, I'm sorry. That's one of my problems. I sort of, Oh! You normally turn around and stuff. Interesting. Yeah, I sort of like didactically try to make sense of everything that comes my way and try to squeeze it into a logical framework. That's probably a bad habit to have while streaming. Or maybe it isn't. I don't know. How about you? That's what I mean by I can just sort of like, I can just sort of go through this half asleep. It's just like, especially if I have a straight sword, because the moveset's so automatic. I really can't believe I started out with the broadsword. I just completely flubbed that. And then it really messed me up. I was really like, oh my goodness, this feels so strange. Okay. This way. Dragon. Farewell, dragon. Probably won't bother cutting that guy's tail off because it's annoying. Well, Weep Thief. My jokes frequently don't land either. Especially with the truly incredible amount of time that I spend alone. A lot of my jokes really only make sense to me. Weep Thief, no problem, man. Joke just didn't land, it crashed. That joke deserves sunglasses. That joke landed. Despite being a crashy joke. Okay. You guys, on guard. Or, you know, stop guarding, more like. There we go. Probably never going to use a different helm than the helm I'm wearing now. Unless I decide to go with, like, one of the full armor sets, like, Ornstein's or... What's her name? Artorias' Knight.
You seem to have your wits about you. Then you are a
debatable.
customer. I trade for souls.
He trades for souls. Everything is for sale. His soul is not for sale, though. I think it's already gone. Okay, we're going to get the orange guidance substone because it lets us leave messages, although we may never do that. And then we're going to get the resonance key because it lets us save a dude later. Even though we probably won't use him in this run. And then we're going to buy some arrows just so we have them for later. Wait. Yeah, we'll go with the standard arrows. Let's just get a whack of them. Okay. You are welcome. I probably won't ever talk to him again either. But, you know. He should just be happy I'm not killing him for Azuchi Katana, because that happens a lot. If you want a katana early in the game, kill that guy. Ow. Very slightly mistimed that. Okay. We are at the 1 hour mark, and it's pretty good progress, especially considering I got killed 3 times by drakes. Which I'm still moderately chagrined about, but I've got a good dance with Havel on cam. I'm happy with that. No flies on that fight. Okay, we just got a crossbow that we'll never use because we have a longbow that's much better. Crossbows can't be aimed the same way in this game if memory serves, although I never use them, so I can't remember for sure. And we are at the bonfire, and I'm going to have some water as we sit for a moment. Definitely don't have any level up material. Weep Thief, can't crossbow be one-handed? I think so. Do I have the stats for these right now? I might just say. Standard crossbow issued to soldiers, while bows require both hands. A crossbow is held in one, but arming each bolt takes time. Now, I think in real life, a crossbow of this size, because let's just pull it out. That wouldn't be the easiest thing to use one-handed, but you could use it one-handed. Typically, you would steady that with both hands so that you would have better aim. But hey, and we don't actually need any bow at the moment. We're good. We are just proceeding apace. I do need more stamina. I really want to get to the Warriors of Sunlight this stream, though, so I think we will discount stamina. Since we have Havel's Ring, we can kind of put that off. Come on. I don't want you chasing me the whole level, and I know you do. Come on. I'm right here. Come on if you think you're hard enough. Alright. Are you good? You're good. Over the bridge. Into the room. Out of the way. Stab. We've got you coming up. That was pretty good. Alright, there should be one more coming out of this place. Where are you? There you are. Excellent. One around the corner here. Greetings! There we go. Up this way. And grab these, which I think are fire bombs. Black fire bombs, yep. Those are also good to have. A short sword. Short swords aren't bad in DS1. Although, honestly, I don't see a point to using one other than, like... The longsword is just better range and basically the same deal. So in DS1, there's not much of a point to the short sword in my opinion. In DS2, they changed the longsword's moveset to be like the broadsword's moveset from DS1. And they made the short sword the longsword's moveset. So I often in DS2, if I feel like doing a straight sword early, end up with the short sword to emulate the long sword and then consistently screw myself over because I can't quite reach what I think I should be able to reach with the stab, because the stab is like my favorite move. Okay. There we go. There we go. Should we do the Black Knight now? We should probably do the Black Knight now. The early game gold pine resin, friend to all speedrunners everywhere. The tower with the annoying guy who shoots you in the back of the head if you don't know he's here. Bleh, indeed. Alright. Nope. No thank you. Stab you too. Uh-huh. And there's just the trap guy up there now, and the Black Knight down here. They definitely remember being shot in the back. Yep, it's a mean trick they play on you, and you just gotta learn it. But it is a mean thing they do. You just gotta waste your time forevermore. running up there to get the guy. Come on. I want to risk the parries. Oh, Weep Thief, so was I. It's just that I've done this like 3 or 4 dozen times now. So, I don't typically fall for those traps anymore, but you know, sometimes I'm just not paying attention, and I end up falling for one of them. Ow. Ow. You're almost dead. It would be a real shame to screw this up now. Okay. There we go. Black Knight gave me a free Titanite chunk, did not give me a sword, but that's not what we're going for this run anyway. We got the blue tier stone, which you might as well equip if it doesn't put me overweight. I don't think it will. Yep. Blue tier stone, of course, is increased defense at critical health. Very nice to have. This is a pit. This is just death. This is nothing but death. Do not listen to any online signs that show up there telling you otherwise. It's another good reason to play in offline mode. I usually play in offline mode. I just don't like getting invaded unless I'm in the mood for invasions. There we go! Free longsword! Hey, I won't use it. Well, I might. I might make lightning or something later just for funsies. Da-da-da-da! You can, in theory, run and jump over that, but it's really easy to screw up, so I don't tend to bother. And here, of course, is where we would have... Havel's down there at the bottom of this giant spiral staircase. There's 3 flights with platforms like that. And at the very bottom is, well, now the corpse of Havel. But we could have simply circled up here and gone straight for this boss if we wanted to. We could have skipped all that intervening stuff. But where's the fun in that? Here is a crystal lizard who gives us more upgrade for this sword. Excellent. Okay, we're gonna go upgrade the sword again after this stuff. Weep Thief, we ain't no Mario Jumpman type of guy, no. Dark Souls jumping is weird. You get good at it after a while, but it's very weird. But, like, it feels endearing somehow, once you get used to it especially. Hey, twofer. Nice. Eventually you get used to it, and then it just feels like... Huh. Especially because when you first play the game, you feel like there's no jump, and then you learn the dodgy little hop jump, and you go like, there is a jump, and it's like a skill-based jump, and it's kind of cool. All right, now I gotta not get, ow. The timing on this guy can be odd to forget about. Okay, there we go. 1, 2. Oh, that's good damage. Nope. Got me on the tail end of that. Wonder if I can stagger him with a short sword or with a straight sword. Yup, that I can. Very nice. Oh, blah. And you're dead. Ta-da! Praise the sun if I could, which I can't yet. Let's go find Solaire. Solaire is right around the corner. As is this. That really doesn't give you a lot of souls. Solaire. Staring at the sun is bad for your vision, buddy. Unless you have... I can see that you do not have, like, eclipse glasses under that. In fact, I can see you blinking rapidly, so that's probably the sign that you should stop staring, but anyway.
Hello. You don't look hollow. Far from it. I am Solaire.
It's like the best compliment you get about your parents the whole game. You don't look hollow. Gee, thanks.
I am undead. I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord William, to seek my very own son. You find that strange?
Yes. That's not how stars work.
I get that before the time.
But you are by far the... Well, actually, Onion Knight maybe giving you a run for your money for jolly.
So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition. You have a moment. The way I see it,
I mean, I know what his proposition is, so I'm not going to be creeped out, but
in a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance?
it is completely chance.
This pleases me greatly.
However,
We are amidst strangers.
we now have jolly cooperation as an option, and
The very fabric wavers. There's no telling how
there's like a password mode in Dark Souls Remastered, so we possibly will do jolly cooperation at some point.
anyone's engaged, but I am a warrior of the sun. If you miss it, you must be blind.
I think that's it for him. I think he's just like,
Hello there.
I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. I don't like my retinas.
Like a if only I could be so.
Eventually, I will burn them out, and then I will only have the memory of the sun to warm me from within. For some reason, that's preferable. Blah-de, blah-de, blah. Okay. Solaire is strange, and probably not a good role model, but I do like him. And I got really sad. It's one of the reasons that I wanted to do like a Praise the Sun run. Last playthrough, I messed up when exactly his quest line would get point of no return. Ow! Oh well. And I missed it, so I couldn't save him. Went and got the spells I needed to do it and everything. But yeah, it was just too late. So, rip Solaire. This time I want to save him. Okay. Faith. 4 points away. And we do quite a lot of damage with this sword. Okay. So we're going to go back up. We are going to... Do I even have the stats I need for the bow? Because we kind of need the bow at this point. I don't think that's going to matter, because we don't want it to do damage. We just want it to freak the dragon out. There we go. Okay. Hello. I'm just going to breathe fire. It's all well and good. We have another level's worth already. Just going to get out of the way here. So, what we have to do is shoot him. And ordinarily, dragon. There we go. No, ow. Okay, well that's not what I wanted to do. You can bait him to jump onto the bridge. I'm wondering if I need to be able to do effective damage to do it, though. Whoa. Frickin' get over here. There we go. Alright, that's what we wanted. Let's go. We don't stop to grab any of this stuff or we'll die. Or we'll probably die, I should say. And we made it. This is the bonfire you need to get into the Covenant. The Covenant statue is here. And we cannot interact with it yet because we do not yet have the stats we need. But in 4 levels, we will be able to come over here and pray to the statue and join the Warriors of Sunlight. And that is what we shall do. Okay, level up. Not quite. Let's open this up. No, game. There we go. That's what I get for playing Warframe. Keep trying to reload and or interact with the wrong button. Get my sword out. Hello, friendo. There we go. Thank you. Now they have closed the drawbridge. That means I'm going to have to fight my way back through the regular way. Alternatively, because we've already kind of done this area, we could go back around to Firelink Shrine. I might just do that. It's faster. That was a very strange stab you did. You sort of teleported your feet to another angle. Here, you know, if we can just... If I can take out Havel, I can take out you, buddy. There we go. Brave, 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 brave Sahoshi. We have earned yet another Titanite chunk. See, the giant boar guy is still going to be annoying at this. Oh. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go around. There's no point. We're probably going to get shot with fire if we go that way, so we'll go this way. Fight the rats. Uh-huh. Oh, good. Oh, that's what you like to see. All sorts of poison immediately. Now, poison's not too bad in DS1. It's toxic you really got to worry about. And we have... Oh, I forgot to up my flask. That's right. We have that noise. Those knights do knock you down pretty hard if you're not careful. Okay, stab. Good. Around the corner. And there we go. Is that up for up here? I think it's up for... Okay, we're back around. We're back around. Okay. So now does this bonfire... I don't know. It's one of the things I love about DS1. There's no fast travel for the first, like, half of the game. Just about. But you do get to where you're really proficient at getting around the world. You know, all the little ins and outs and all the little shortcuts, and you can find your way. This is a game I've mentally mapped quite thoroughly. Alright, the dragon does not land on this bridge again, so we don't have to worry about that. This guy. Ow, he still hit me. Incorrigible. Alright. There. Okay, now, we have seen the first undead merchant now. His sister, or the female version of him, or whatever you want to call it, is down there. Raticus. These guys are not like the friendly little rats in Lunacid. But they do drop humanity. Sometimes. So they're usually worth killing if you've got one just like randomly in your path. So humanity's always nice. Alright. Just... No, thank you. Likewise. Okay, and you're gonna stay in that corner watching me warily, which is probably a wise decision for your... Yes, humanity from a rat. A lot of people have mused on that. I've mused on that. Is that some sort of statement about what people are really like, or is it some sort of metaphysical, like, sort of conjecture that the rats are somehow related to us, or become us? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. We have an Estus +2. But yeah, man, farm rats if you can get them, because that is a great way to get humanity. It really is. Okay, we are going up this way. It's time to do the gargoyles, basically. But I want to do a couple things first. I want to upgrade this sword one more time. I think I can upgrade it once more. So we'll head over to Andre. And then we're going to break out Lotric on the way to the gargoyles. Just so I can kill him for the FAP ring later. The ring of favor and protection for the uninitiated. Not the other kind of FAP ring. And then we're going to summon Solaire in. Even though we're not quite a Sunbro yet, after that fight we will be. We will definitely have enough stools. How useful is restoring humanity? It improves your health bar. Wait, does it give you a bigger health bar in this game, or does it just... I don't remember. It lets you summon people in. They very slightly change how this works every game, and we will be doing that shortly. So that is useful in and of itself. I think you get slightly more health for it, but the other thing that it does in this game is when you use one, even if you're already alive, it will completely refill your health bar. It will also let you... Here, let's just do this now, because I need to do this at some point anyway. But I was playing DS3 most recently, if memory serves me, and in that one you get a higher health bar, but I don't know if you do here. It's been too long. Okay, we already have one on the bar, so reverse hollowing. But nope, same amount of health, same amount of health. However, we are now not Grizzly. Look, my hands are all beautiful and smooth and stuff. Not very high polygon count, but you know, still. It also lets us upgrade bonfires, as I might have just said. And you just feel better. You feel better being human than you do being a grizzly undead monster, or at least I do. I need more money. God. Alright, well I can totally do that. Oh, you are now human, possibly. Yes, we believe. Debatable. Or I mean, like, maybe we are human, but, what does that mean? Alright, and has that improved scaling yet? I mean, it did very slightly, but not from C to B. We're still C scaling. Thank you, Andre. It's a very cheerful noise every time you come in here. Alright, so Onion Knight, still chilling down there. We're gonna go ring the first of the bells. Let's go. Now, I also want to check one more thing. I don't think this is going to be a big deal, but Astora's straight sword is considered enchanted to the point that I can't hit it with... Yeah, I can't use resin on the Astora's sword, which is interesting. So no lightning for the gargoyles, but that shouldn't be a problem. Onion Knight does sound like it could be from Shovel Knight. Onion Knight got so popular so fast that he's appeared in like all sorts of stuff since. And homages to the name. So I'm trying to think, I seem to remember there was a character in Shovel Knight that was sort of Onion Knight-esque, but now I can't remember, it's been too long. I should either go back and play that again, or go dig out the VODs. I'm wondering if I should upload all those VODs. I really should get a YouTube channel going and just start uploading stuff. I've got everything on... I have most of a terabyte hard drive filled with that. Are you going to try to heal? Are you going to try to heal? Because that's a great idea. You should try to heal. Or try to stab me again, that's fine. Excuse me. Okay, unfortunately Dancing Guy has already done his dance, so his people are already buffed, and we're gonna have to do this the careful way. That's okay. Come, glowy friends. I'm right here. Ooh, I got more humanity already. Neat. Enemies will just randomly drop that stuff for you. Okay, these guys really hurt now if they hit you. Like, quite substantially. So, take your moment. One or two at a time. Don't get greedy. Play it safe. And, not a big deal. Although, this is kind of revolting. This giant pile of ragdolly things. Yes, I think I'm thinking of Mole Knight. He did look a little like the Onion Knight. Oh, I can't backstab you, eh? That's okay. Are you gonna teleport? I don't think you teleport. Great. This one stays dead. Sometimes he gives you his trident, but not this time. I may be thinking Mole Knight. I want to say it's one of the guys in the towns. It's been too long. I really did enjoy Shovel Knight. And then I just didn't like the Plague Knight, what do you want to call it, path as much, because I just didn't like the way he controlled. But then Treasure Knight, or whatever, King Knight, was fun. And that's the one we did on stream. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for being with me for that one, too. No! No, sir. Only I may heal. That is protagonist-only behavior. How dare. But I don't know. Shovel Knight was fantastic. I should go check that out again.
Still human, are you?
Debatable.
I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am...
Some crazy crap appears to be happening in my hallway. I don't know what it is, but my apologies if you can hear that. We have relatively new neighbors who
truly appreciate this.
don't seem to understand the sound dynamics in the building yet. Only later.
Yes, very sorry.
Your reward will have to wait. I know when I'm going to get my reward from you, buddy. And it's when I kick you off a cliff. But this will be later. And I would not ordinarily do this, but as previously stated, I've played this game enough times to know that you are evil and bad, and I will save a lot of problems by knocking you off a cliff now. Met me at the end of my Spectre of Torment stream. Was I doing Spectre of Torment? I remember it was a boss battle. Yep, I think you're right. I think you did. It was at the end of Spectre of Torment. I wanted to say it was at the end of Vanilla, but no, you're right. I was trying to do Spectre of Torment. And you came in while I was doing that weird surfy boss battle. Yeah, man. I do still remember that. Yeah, because the end of the normal Shovel Knight is the tower fight, and Shield Knight comes in for the very... Yeah, that was Spectre of Torment. So I did do that on stream. Yeah, man. That was cool. That was a cool way to meet you. I remember being very much buoyed by that encounter. And thank you very much for hanging around all these years, man. Despite me going squirrely and vanishing off into the ether for 4 years. Good to be back, dude. Thank you. Solaire! Hello, Solaire. I'm sorry, I was looking at chat. Alright, I would praise the sun at you, but I can't, as previously mentioned. After this, I will be able to. So, Sully-ho! Let's go. I don't think there's anything else I can do to prepare. I think it's just... this either works or it doesn't. Yeah, I remember there were like mine cars, but not. But they sort of crisscrossed on tracks while you tried to fight the boss. And then you came in, and we were having a great conversation. Oh, I'm sorry. I get emotional about this stuff, too. But yeah, I remember, like, almost regretting that that was near the end of the stream, because it was cool to meet you. And then afterwards being like, hey, that was awesome. That was like one of my first times really talking to someone on stream, too. like ever. Didn't happen a lot. Okay. Sorry, need to concentrate, or I'm gonna die. Hey, we got your tail. I wanna take you out before your friendo shows up. Then we can heal. There's your friendo. Ow! And I got hit by friendo's fire. There we go. Get that on my screen. Oh man. Well, Solaire's being a bro and face tanking for me. Oh, your tail's already gone, I see. I remember that now. Victory! Oh my goodness, that was so much easier than normal. Wow, not just because Solaire was here, but like this sword is OP at this point. Thank you, Solaire, and farewell! And oh yeah, that's totally enough to do this level. Weep Thief. Yeah, you were doing the final phase of the boss. It was on rails, literally. Yes. I remember the, it's funny, I remember the rails. I don't remember, like, the look or shape of the boss. I just remember that I was having a lot of trouble staying on the rails. But, yeah, I never have claimed to be... purveyor of perfect pet plays is clearly an ironic moniker. I have never really claimed to be the most fantastic gamer in the world. I just, like, very genuinely enjoy what I enjoy. Okay, first bell in the first stream. Not bad. Hour and a half to first bell, considering we did a bunch of extras and died a bunch on the backways run. Faith build OP, or is it just the sword? I mean, like, mostly I think it's this sword. And the fact that I've been pumping nothing but faith. Frankly, what I have usually found... Oh, that's totally what I meant to press. What I have usually found is that, sort of, for time invested and number of souls invested early game, the magic route does the best for just raw physical damage. I mean, it's magic type damage, but you can get the upgrade materials to make a magic sword very early. And if you pump intelligence, you end up with a hybrid sort of spell sword build, and you can be... Darn it! This is not Warframe. We are not playing Warframe. This is not, like, the human-looking Warframe or anything.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem. Thou art a friend.
Yeah, Weep Thief. Like, I can sort of remember the boss of the very first Shovel Knight campaign. And, like, that final bit where Shield Knight has to jump up and you have to jump on Shield Knight and then, you know, and so on and so forth. But I do not remember the bosses at the end of the other two. I just don't. Okay. Let's get the Well, What Is It gesture from Velka. And do I want anything from you yet? We can get an anti-curse stone. We can get some more homeward bones. We don't need them yet. These are multiplayer items that we don't need at the moment. Velka's talisman scales with intelligence, which is interesting. But that's not what we're doing. So, alright. So if we ever kill an NPC and feel bad about it, that's where we go. The toxic one you see in PvP videos. Sorry, which toxic one? The Purging Stone? Down. Hey, my voice is a little better today. That's good. Oh, the gesture. Yeah. Sorry, that's called, well, what is it? You're saying it's sort of like a gesture associated with toxic behavior? Because I could kind of see that. I see people do it too. I think it mostly looks like the one where you can't use, it reminds me of this. Like when he's just like, I don't have an item, what do you know, it just looks like you're doing that a bunch. so I just find it silly looking, but people apparently find it insulting. And taunt each other with it. I've seen that too. Okay. Where was I going? I want to level up, and then I want... Yes, we are going now for the Covenant. Covenant time! Because, yeah, gesture-wise... Alright, I never do point down, so let's switch to... Yeah, this is a little different, actually. Yeah. You're, like, walking out being like, uh-huh, and so, yeah. It's a very, very full of yourself kind of gesture. Yeah, it's a very, it's a distinctive kind of gesture for failing to use an item. It's like you're bemoaning fate for not remembering to put something on your belt. It's actually almost like he's saying, like, stupid player, I don't have anything equipped. But okay. Faith. Endurance. We're going to start pumping endurance now. I might put one more point in vitality so it's rounded. But we now do 244, and we are really early game. So let's go join the Sun Bros. It's been a long time since I've been a Sun Bro properly because it is sort of annoying to join in the first game. Stabby, let's do this properly. I could run by all these guys, but that would invite making mistakes and getting myrtleated, and I don't feel like being myrtleated or Medorified or murdied. There we go. He just sort of quietly folds up on himself. I don't know why the rats are not... Normally they turn around and they kind of panic a bit. And this time the rat's being a lot more cautious and keeping his eye on me. And I mean, that makes sense. But it makes them a little harder to stab in the back. Just very slightly. Okay. One. Oh, fancy. Yeah. Veiled him not, though. Clangified? Is that onomatopoeia for getting hit by stuff? Like, clang? It's good too, especially if you're wearing a lot of armor. That would definitely clang you. You, sir! Ah, you don't really clang, you more squish. We need more metallic enemies. Ow! Get out of here. Did I go the wrong way? I might have gone the wrong way. No, I didn't. It's right here. Getting all confused. Let's endurance again. I miss having stamina. We had priorities at the beginning of the stream, but stamina is now the new priority. I'm very glad we took out Havel. The last time I did a run back ways as a start, Havel took me like 5 tries, and then I kind of gave up for a little while. Because he can just smash your head in. It is fast, and then you are screwed. Thank you, dragon. Alright. I need my bow again. What are the proper stats for the bow? I need 14 dex. Okay, we will eventually want that, probably. I just can't wait to get... Okay, alright, cool. Thanks. Run away! Ow. That's why I said you don't stop to pick stuff up. Okay, there we go. Oh, I could have taken the under route because I opened this. I forgot about... Oh, whatever. It's slightly faster this way. Okay. Do we have it? We do! Enter Covenant. Oh, dude, I've never done Warrior of Sunlight on Remaster because it's such a pain. I've only done it in the old version. So we now have our first miracle, Lightning Spear. Sorry, Sunlight Spear is the third tier of that. And I got the what's it called? Accomplishment? That's not it. I'm having a senior's moment. Achievement. There we go. The achievement for joining. And we now have Praise the Sun. Also, I have 1 sunlight medal. So I can offer that. Oh, alright. Baited just by equipping arrows. Yeah, well, he knows what's coming. He knows that an incredibly ineffectual but annoying stab to his wing is on the way. And so he better move. Okay, well, if we run back, what we can do now, we can equip this talisman. Am I still light roll? Yeah, okay. Let's do that. This is very exciting. I never do this. We have 1 attunement slot. We can hurl lightning at people now, man. Which is a very fun spell. They get heftier feeling as you go. Oh, dude. And they're like, what's going on? Why did Fred just melt from lightning? I don't... Oh. Yeah. Ow. Fine. I'll take out your shield friend first. Now this is DS1, so you have uses as opposed to MP. Eventually you will have DS 100%. Maybe. I'm very bad at 100%ing things. There's certain stuff where I just kind of go like, forget it, it's not worth it. But I do occasionally 100% something. I'm very bad at doing... I don't really usually enjoy playthroughs where that's the goal. Where, like, getting a given achievement is the goal. Achievements were added very late in my gaming career, comparatively speaking. They only showed up in the PS3 360 era. And so I just didn't really give them time of day for the longest time. They just didn't matter to me. And by the time I sort of started getting them a little bit, I still am very light on them. But if I absolutely love something, I will sometimes try to 100% it. Like what was that one called? Death's Door, which is sort of like a Zelda Souls-like hybrid. I got really into that, and I 100%ed it, but it wasn't a hard one to 100%, you know? Okay, now the question is, should we go directly for Quelaag? Because we probably could. No, let's go back and kill Lautrec. That's something we should do first. All right. Back to Keklang Edify. It also has edification in it, so it's like education with Keklangs. Okay, no. Oh, I was hoping to get all 3 of you. That would have been cool. There we go. Yeah, Weep Thief. That's like part of it. Like I think some of the ways achievements are set up are just supposed to be total time sinks, and they're not even enjoyable time sinks. So I don't know. If it doesn't seem too bad, sometimes I'll go for it. But it's one of those things where I think like I just will enjoy my life more overall if I don't get hung up on. So I've kind of just made that a personal rule type of deal. Okay, so we can also run from here to the depths. We could do that too. We are right here for that. We can also do that a bit of a cheeky way where we rebind to Firelink Shrine and then we don't use this bonfire when we go to the depths. And that makes it a longer run back if we die. But it means we can run back instantly with a homeward bone once we're done down there. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we will. Or sorry, lower Undeadburg and then the depths. Need to keep these things properly sorted in my mind. Plus, people have probably noticed this, but I have a bad habit of sort of taking my mental shorthand name for something and saying it instead of the actual name. So like, for instance, I kept calling the accursed tomb in Lunacid the catacombs, and it's not. There's another catacombs, but like, it is a catacomb place. It is made up of catacombs. Spinning slots in Dragon Quest XI for all the cosmetic item achievements. Maybe I'm... Oh yeah, they had... Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing that I just sort of can't make myself do. When the game's like, here's a thing that is total RNG. I mean, I do play Warframe, so I shouldn't talk, really. But that is the kind of thing where games are not really, Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. Games are not really, you know, valuing your time. And especially as I got older. Like, that's why I fell off the Final Fantasy series, for instance, was because they just thoroughly stopped respecting your time. Quite aside from the cutscenes, you know, like if you're watching a 100-hour movie that is Final Fantasy, then the cutscenes are part of what you're going for. But, quite apart from that was the amount of grind they started to introduce between sort of story areas. And I remember FF11 was my last Final Fantasy that I actually got anywhere, really. I got about a third of the way through it, and I went, you are literally requiring me to do a grind every time I want to go to a new plot point, and I don't have 4 hours, 5 hours to grind in between plot points. Like, that's my whole week's worth of gaming time at that point. So, True Weep Thief. It is an active game that you were engaged in, as opposed to just sort of press attack, press attack, press attack, like, you know, turn-based. And then even worse would be, hey, I rescued you! Uh-oh, did we go too far? Lautrec should be here. Why isn't Lautrec here? But yeah, like, slots would be even worse for that. Where you're just going to get stuff to spin the slots, to go back, to get stuff to spin the slots. Okay, I'm gonna quit out. This is gonna be really fast. I mean, if I could grind during a plot point, that would be a bit better, I guess. But yeah, it's just, you gotta respect my time as a game. Otherwise, you're only really going to be able to draw me when I have nothing but time. And that is sometimes, but not frequently. There he is! Alright, Lautrec. So he gives you sunlight metals, which is weird, because he's not a sun bro.
I'm grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough.
And then he laughs creepily at you. And implies that I'm the greedy one. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Farewell! Okay. And now we won't have to deal with him kidnapping the Firekeeper later. We get a few souls, and if we reload again, we'll get the Fap Ring. This is Sparta! Did this predate that movie? Or were they like of a time? I can't remember. I've never made that connection before, I think. Sorry if it was a bit loud there. I gotta get used to this. Continue. Okay, well, if they're gonna rig the slots in your favor, then probably that's a little less infuriating. But, so we get 5 humanity, and we get the Ring of Favor and Protection. I'm not sure if I will use that ring yet, but at some point I'll probably put it on and it'll stay on. We didn't get any more of these, right? No. Okay. What do you think? Should we quick try to do Quelaag before we finish? It's a straight shot from here. And that'll put us into the latter portion of the game. Alternatively, we could go for the Capra Demon. But we can always do that later. You know what? I'm gonna go for Quelaag. Let's just make a run at Quelaag. Why not? Well, the reason is because horrible grisly death is possible. Very possible. But if we get Quelaag down, then that is actually access to Sen's Fortress open. That's progression on the Onion Knight, and that's yeah, and then we can start out with Ceaseless Discharge next time and get the... I really like the Easelith armor set you get off of his arena. It's good magic protection at a very light weight. Oh yeah, we haven't even done that yet. Hold on. Hold on. Before we actually go down here into the darkness, Weep Thief makes an excellent point. How are we gonna do this? Ahem. I can't even see it. I can't even see it from it. I'm assuming it's over there somewhere. Okay. Switch. Yeah, I completely forgot. It's been so long. Okay. That will be our victory when we take out Quelaag. Sorry, that was mostly just me doing it for me. I haven't done that emote in DS1 in several years, apparently. There is something just sort of in-game canonically different about being a Sunbro. You just sort of feel... Is definitely the covenant that a Hoshi cat would join. It's the thought that counts. Yes, Weep Thief. Typically it is. Okay. Let's do some tests. We have the Dung Pie guys. Can I draw one of you at a time with lightning? And how much damage does lightning do to you? Quite a bit. That's not bad. But I can't draw one at a time. So we're going to try and take at least one of you guys out with lightning. Oh man, you guys are... They get tethered eventually. Okay, it's a relatively slow cast. And... No. These guys are the original butt stab. And they will flatten you. Okay. So they're about 500 each. All they drop is dung piles. I don't like dung pies. Both because they are disgusting and I am obsessive compulsive, but also because they actually build up toxic on you even as they build up toxic on your enemies. So they're kind of worthless in my opinion. There are definitely runs that do cool things with them. Like you can totally use them in interesting ways. It's just no thank you. Okay. There we go. So this should not take long to get down there. We're doing the back route. We're doing nothing but back routes today, but you sort of get to a point with the map of DS and it's more interesting to do the non-intended routes than the intended routes, so. Is there anyone else here? No, there's one of you guys over here. Oh! If I don't throw myself off a pit, I can take you out pretty easily with this level of damage. Okay. You want to move through here fairly sharpish so you don't get shot by toxin guys. They are infuriating and bad. Dung pie build? Question mark? Like, it's legit a thing that some players do, especially to be trolly PvP dung pie builds are a thing, I believe. Okay, alright. Let's try not to die on a horribly designed elevator. There we go. That would be favorite. Okay. Now we don't have the rusted ring either, but that's okay. We don't really need it. The rusted ring being the ring that lets you run through the swamp without slowing down. Oh, we already got invaded by Mildred. Normally I get like over here first. Or I can at least fight her in the dry. Or if not the dry, then the not poison at least. Okay. Have at you! You think of lightning. I figured you would do that. Okay. Come on. That's fine. Yeah, Mildred. I've got faith. And, you don't. And now, by the power of Holy Gwyn, we are going to, frankly, enslave Mildred to be our patsy for the next fight, and it's going to make it a lot easier. But anyway. There's a dragon scale back there if we want it. We don't yet. We can always come back for it if ever we need it. Anything else we need here? We can totally level up a bit, and we probably should. In fact, we can get one more level. Weep thief. Mildred is Mildred. Yes. She's very conveniently named that way. Right, over here. I'll just use one of these. But she's like Mildred from another universe. So she will show up when we need her. Oh, wait. No, I don't want it. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to reset that. I forgot to put something on my bar. I think I only have one of them. Yeah, we have one poison cure for when we get over there. But that's okay. That's all we need. Uh-huh. Hello. There we go. Ow. That's not nice of you. If we get that off my screen. There we go. Okay. Da 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 da. This is a lot easier with that ring. What's this? Oh, it's nice. Okay, so basically we want to go behind this tree. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Gross swamp is so gross and sticky. Alright. Thankfully spiderwebs are not sticky in Dark Souls, question mark. And they are in DS2. Okay. There we go. Well, let's see how this goes. I'm going to play it real safe. The idea is not to be heroic and well, okay, the idea is totally to be heroic and fancy. But the idea is to survive first and foremost. So we're going to summon Mildred as our foil. And then we're going to go in and we're just going to try not to die. This is most assuredly the plan. Firebombs would not be useful here. Throwing knives might. But yeah, let's throw firebombs at a spider creature. That's kind of like a fire spider creature. That's okay, Mildred. 2 minutes ago you tried to kill me. Now you will stand between me and this thing. Which, despite some of the high points the cutscene's going to show off, you still don't want to get anywhere near this thing. This is not a good time. I mean, actually, I'm having a great time, but this person is not a good time. Okay, Quelaag. Have at you. What are you gonna do first? You're gonna do the puke. Alright. Puke is fine. Oh, wow. That does pretty good damage. Aha! I'm just gonna really careful, like I was saying. Okay. Slashy, slashy. Yeah, the lightning actually does a much better job. Ow! And that's my face. Yeah, wow. That makes a huge difference. Can I get by this? Yeah, there we go. I think Mildred's stuck, so that's an issue. And that means that she's not actually helping, and this did increase Quelaag's bar by, I think 1.5 times. Ow. No. Ugh. Yeah, she's stuck. She's actually stuck. Well, that's a thing that can happen, but doesn't happen super often. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. I think Quelaag just tried to retarget on her, though. Which is interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, we're okay. We're okay. We're almost out of lightning. That's alright. Yeah, she just got stuck on the frickin' wall. It's terrible. Look at that. Okay. Ow. Oh no. Oh no. I was close enough. Okay, well. Whatever. I don't need you anyway, lady. I am Sir Hoshi Cat. I have done this dozens of times. Come on. And there we go. Okay. Got Quelaag running away from me. Okay, that's not good. That's no, that's very not good. Okay. There. Success! No thanks to you. Look at that. It's just like, I'm coming. I promise. I swear. I'll be there soon. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, Mildred. If only there was a way to punish Mildred more than I already have for her cowardice and craven nature, but no. No, I suppose we did already kill her. It's not surprising she didn't want to help us out. Alright, first try Quelaag, first try Gargoyles. First try everything so far, except for, the Valley of the Frickin' Drakes. So far this run, that one Drake is my greatest enemy. That's the deal. It's not here, eh? It's down one? Okay. We're gonna ring this bell. Yes, Sweep Thief. Thank you for reminding me. Here. There's a good place to do that in just a second. You know, I named the stream a thing, and then I don't really remember to do it. It's because I normally don't get that gesture. I wish it was easier to get that gesture. I always feel bad for these giants, man. Their whole life is like in these weird, shackled, masked things, and they just do brute labor for, like... We get more on this in the second game in a way, but it was like the gods had a war with the giants. And the giants lost, man. Free homeward bound. Can we see out from here? I don't think we can quite see out from here. But there's some light filtering down. Anyway, yes indeed. Praise the sun. We did it. It's also not one of the versions where you can just stay and praise the sun pose, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah, Weep Thief isn't really a Dark Souls player, and he's got the memes down better than I do. It goes to show how with it I am. Okay, this is Isolith's sister.
Oh dear. What have we here? Are you a new servant?
No, but I'm gonna say yes, so you let me use your bonfire.
You have no egg. No matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady.
We can't talk to her either, because, you can still join the Covenant here, but you can't understand her unless you take the Witch's Ring. I think you can find the Witch's Ring somewhere. I think you can trade it from Snuggly. And that's the only thing that lets you actually understand her. Otherwise, she's just question mark, question mark, question mark. But she will reinforce your flasks, so she's a firekeeper, technically speaking. And she has a bonfire that's kindled to level 2 right out of the box. And we can level if we want to. However, I never stay at this bonfire because it creeps me out and I don't want eggs in my head. I always stay at this one down here. This one creeps me out too. But not quite as much. And this will have us in view of what we're going to do next time, which is take out Ceaseless Discharge over there. You can see his tendrils a little bit. I thought there was like a crack open to the sunlight down here, but there is not. Yeah, Weep Thief. It's kind of grisly. They like to do that a lot in Souls, actually. They like to kind of combine the sort of like titillating imagery with really revolting imagery. This happens all the way through Elden Ring. Anyway, one more time. Sunbro mission achieved. Weep Thief, thank you very much for hanging, man. It's been a lot of fun. I'm sorry, I can give you more heads up next time if you would prefer. It's just, I also don't want to, like, you know, bug you or cut into your time or anything, but I always love it when you can make it, so thank you. Thank you. Anyone else watching out in the audience? This has just been a short Suddenly Dark Souls stream. There will certainly be other Suddenly Dark Souls streams because Soulsborne is my favorite genre. And in related news, so I am going to get the new rig sometime in the next couple weeks. Looks like that's going to happen. And then we will be doing Elden Ring DLC prep at some point, and then Elden Ring itself, the DLC when it comes out. So like on launch day type of thing. I realize this will have me competing with just about everyone and their cat, but you know, me and my cat will make a good go with it, or rather my cat human team. Anyway, thank you. Please do consider following if you had a good time. Anybody out there in the audience or on the VOD, we are minimum of 2 streams a week, Warframe and Lunacid at the moment, but as I said, more Soulsborns, and we would love to have you along. Oh yeah, I'm usually not early morning guy either, really. And I forget that your time zone is so far off of mine. It's always a bit, anyway. I will get used to that again too. But thank you, man. It's been awesome hanging. And thank you all in the audience. So, yeah, we're going to do it a bit short today. I have a lot to get through in the afternoon, unfortunately, or I would probably just keep going to Ceaseless Discharge over there. He beckons. He beckons and vomits lava and is generally unpleasant. And there's a fun exploit that we can do to make him sort of bid himself, and it would be... Anyway, thank you everyone for joining me. And as always... Meow for now. Take care, guys. Peace.